U.S. President Donald Trump has opened the NATO Summit in Turkey by saying he is very disappointed with the alliance, exposing deep divisions over defense spending, the war in Ukraine, and Greenland.
I was very disappointed with NATO, and frankly, if it weren't held in Turkey, where my friend happens to be a very strong leader, a very strong person, it's possible that I wouldn't have attended. I felt I had to attend because of the fact that, I know he's gone all out. It was a big thing to have NATO come to Turkey or any place else. It's a big thing. But we weren't treated well because we did something in Iran. We don't need anybody's help. I didn't even want their help. But before I asked, they said they wouldn't be there. And
Trump arrived in Ankara on Tuesday along with other NATO leaders ahead of the summit's main session on Wednesday. Speaking alongside Turkish President Erdogan, Trump criticized European allies for what he described as a lack of support during the U.S. Israel war on Iran. He questioned why Washington was spending hundreds of billions of dollars on NATO when some European countries, according to him, were not standing with the United States. Trump signaled out Italy, Germany, and France, saying they turned Washington down.
We helped them, but I'm not sure that they'd be there for us. And Italy turned us down, and Germany turned us down, and France turned us down. And it's okay. But, why are we spending hundreds of billions of dollars and they're not there for us? We've always been there for them.
But he praised Turkey and Erdogan, saying the US and Turkey had strong chemistry. He also said he would consider removing sanctions and decide soon on possible sale of F-35 fighter jets to Ankara.
It's a decision we're going to make. We have a very good relationship. I would think that many people, I can tell you, many people, including the people sitting right here, thinks, why wouldn't we do that? We have a better relationship with Turkey, and Turkey's been in many ways much more loyal than other countries that we think would be loyal. So, it's something certainly we would consider. It's a great plane. It's currently the best plane by far. And it's certainly something we will consider, yeah. Turkey bought planes. It's the best plane. But they bought planes from the United States. And when you buy a plane from the United States, if there's engine rehab and other things that are done to engines, there's various things that happen, including just maintenance. I think we have an obligation to maintain engines and help them maintain engines.
The summit comes at a difficult moment for NATO. The alliance is trying to hold together support for Ukraine while also responding to Trump's demand that European members spend more on defense. NATO members agreed last year to raise core defense spending to 3.5% of GDP, with another 1.5% for broader security needs such as cybersecurity. But updated NATO data shows only 5 members are expected to meet the 3.5% target in 2026. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has urged member states to present clear and credible defense spending plans, warning that Russia's defense industry is still working around the clock to support its war in Ukraine.
We are on the cusp of the transatlantic defense industrial revolution. I'm asking you to take a leap and show our people that we are ready and capable to protect them anywhere at any time. And show Russia and all those watching today that the transatlantic defense industrial base is mobilizing with purpose. Governments and the defense industry are laying the path by investing in expanding defense production. Over the last year alone, we have seen $37 billion invested in just boosting our defense industrial base itself.
Rutte also pointed to the growing cooperation between Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran, saying the alliance must stay vigilant.
Don't be naive about China. You know this. And this is why we have this close cooperation. Because these theaters are getting more and more intertwined, connected. What happens in the Pacific is relevant to what is happening in the transatlantic, and we see it also in the war with Ukraine, where China, North Korea, and Iran are key enablers of Russia's unprovoked war of aggression against Ukraine.
The summit has also been overshadowed by Trump's renewed comment on Greenland. He told reporters that the autonomous Danish territory should be controlled by the United States and not Denmark. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen responded by saying allies must respect Denmark's sovereignty and that Greenland is not for sale. Greenland's leadership has also said the territory's future must be decided by its own people.
Yeah, I heard the U.S. president yesterday, and I think the U.S. position is unfortunately very clear on this topic. And our position is as clear as it has been all through. Greenland is of course not for sale. We hope that all, including all allies, will respect the Greenlandic people's right for self-determination.
Ukraine is another major focus of the summit. Ukrainian President Zelenskyy is pressing NATO for more support, especially air defense systems, after renewed Russian attacks on Kiev. He said Ukraine had signed a new defense agreements with Estonia, the Netherlands and Denmark, with more deals expected with other NATO partners.
While this war continues, please help us get more air defense missiles. This is our top priority right now. We are capable of doing everything else ourselves. But when it comes to air defense, we need our partners' determination. Please, let more determination and more decisions for air defense be one of the key outcomes of this NATO Summit in Ankara.
Norway has announced more than $300 billion in support for Ukraine's air defenses, while European countries and Canada are expected to pledge continued military aid for 2026 and 2027. Trump is expected to meet Zelenskyy on the sidelines of the summit, after speaking with Russian President Vladimir Putin before arriving in Turkey. The Ankara summit is therefore not just about NATO's future spending targets. It is a test of whether the alliance can still stay united at a time when the most powerful member is questioning its value. Europe is still under pressure to pay more, Ukraine is asking for urgent help, and old disputes over sovereignty and security are resurfacing.